evening. My name is Alex Mueller, and I believe voters in this district are looking for the conservative who will deliver President Trump's America First agenda and also deliver for this district. See, the newly redrawn 9th Congressional District, this isn't just any district. This is arguably the most important district to our national economy into Texas. The Houston Ship Channel is the greatest job creator in this country, generating 3 million jobs, and under the Biden administration, it's been neglected. The infrastructure is not keeping up with what is needed to compete. And so what I want to use this job is to make sure that this economic engine has the support it needs. And if you can keep the Houston Ship Channel firing, you will keep job growth throughout the district. And you've seen that with Dayton. Gulf Inland is growing jobs because of its position with rail in the port. And you're seeing that with Generation Park, which just won a huge reinvestment from Pfizer, $6.5 billion. And why I think I'm the right person is when you look at the key issues, whether it's jobs or public safety, I have the background for it. So I'm a Harvard JD MBA, and I'm also a combat veteran.
Thank you. Alex?
Sure. So one of the big wins that's come out of the House is the SPEED Act, which is probably one of the most comprehensive efforts at regulatory relief, making it easier and quicker to build. And so pushing and supporting continued regulatory reduction. Background, worked on project finance for most of my private sector career within oil and gas. And every time you're extending these projects for years, you're raising the cost, right? So adding certainty so businesses can plan is one of the quickest ways to reduce that hidden tax. And so they've made big leap forwards for large corporations. We haven't seen the commensurate regulatory reduction on the small business side, which being a new small business owner, I've been getting that baptism by fire, and so plan to support similar relief. And to just to piggyback on the cost of health care, one of the new initiatives that's getting looked at is the new health options and the idea of creating a separate market that's targeted for small businesses, younger, healthier populations, so they can be matched with their appropriate risk pool.
Thank you.
While this district has the crown jewels of it, with being the petrochemical hub, it's also probably one of the most challenging districts. Right now, you've got funding required for the Ike Dike. Just completed Project 11, now allowing us to compete more competitively with larger container vessels. But now you're going to move into Project 12, who's going to secure funding for that design and that next multi-billion-dollar project. And then you look at 225, we've had container growth explode from 2 million to 6 million in a few years. And that's still 225 expansion on the 10-year state plan. So going to Congress, being in a position to start making sure we can keep up with our kind of 65-35 split to be a good partner with the Army Corps, so our projects aren't on the back burner. Same thing with moving these critical roadways with TxDOT. Thank you. So I'll talk about really briefly. What we currently have right now is catastrophic care. We don't have health care coverage. Premiums are extremely high. You know, most are over $10,000. And so what ACA created is not affordable care because you wouldn't have to subsidize it with taxpayer funds. And unfortunately, all of that taxpayer subsidization hasn't gone to lower premiums and more access. It's just gone to the insurance companies. So what I'm very excited about is this initiative to create an alternative market where you can start matching people appropriately with their risk pools, have price transparency so you know what you're paying, just like any other business, and make it so we can get more healthy people insured, therefore reducing the cost. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the issue is what drives the ability to work across dial. Certain issues certainly off guards, but in this district, there is room to find overlap when it comes to critical infrastructure and jobs. So workforce Pell Grant's incredibly important to Sanjak. That's where we all see we've got shortage of the trades. That's something where you can work across the aisle to make sure we're supporting those critical job creators. And then you think about things like the Ike Dike, doesn't matter what your partisan belief is, we've got $50 billion of private industry investment in the ship channel. You're not going to be running a refinery if people don't have homes to go back to. So that protection of personnel and property are those key areas. And even that SPEED Act, which is probably one of the most significant regulatory reliefs, that received bipartisan support. So there are areas that you can immediately do and work across the aisle to make a meaningful result for this region.
Good evening. So ultimately, we're here for a job interview, and in Congress, you can do as much or as little as you want. And so what I'm asking is for everyone to consider our rhetoric, but then compare that against our record to see if it matches. Because ultimately, we're going to be selecting someone to represent your family, your interest. And while I don't have a legislative record, I do have a track record of public service I'm very proud of. So that started when right after 9/11, I volunteered to go to West Point. While I was at West Point, when I volunteered to defuse bombs in Afghanistan. And when I started my private sector career working oil and gas banking, raising my kids, decided to run against Lena Hidalgo and fight for our region, and continued after a year-long election contest. And very proud that I raised my hand again and served as public safety chair on Metro. And so here is this board, controlled by Democrats, lone Republican, first time on the board, managed to get real results in a short period of time. We doubled the public safety budget. We built a new police headquarters, new mobile command center, 29 new vehicles, and most importantly, we grew the force by 35%. So delivering on a promise and executing is why I hope to earn your vote, because we have had not somebody try to make this seat as powerful as this region it represents, and I hope to get the chance to do it. Thank you.
Thank you.